Hello, everybody. I'm so excited to be setting my week up with you guys. It looks like we have quite a few newbies this week, some job interviews, some biopsies, not so fun. Hope that goes well for you. A lot of really good things. Someone's taking a coffee tasting class. So fun. All right, my name is Karen, and I am coming from the Bay Area. I saw there were some of you from the Bay as well. I am in Marin, right outside of San Francisco, in the same county as Sausalito. And my co-host today, or my stage manager, is Katie. So this is second time in the weekend. So there she is. She's the one who's supporting us in the chat today. And I'm going to be very, very frank with you today. You are either going to love how real I'm going to be about what my week looks like, or you're just going to be appalled. I'm not sure which, but either way, I'm going to give you a very transparent view of the way my week is looking and how I'm scheduling it. Couple of housekeeping. Make sure that your chat is set to everyone. This is a cameras off event. You are going to be utilizing it. The chat, yeah, you're utilizing the chat. That's how we get to know each other. That's how you're able to share ideas and such. And man, that chat is moving fast today. If you are brand new, feel free to just hang out, enjoy, take notes. If you're still waiting on your journal, I always like to take screenshots from the computer or with my phone of things that I want to be able to remember for other times. Just by being here, you are entered in that self-care raffle. And let's go ahead and dig in. This is a little bit of a weird week because we are finishing up abundance from January, but we're starting February for our weekly plan. Now, if you're brand new, feel free to do the abundance in your February journal. Not a big deal either way. Our very last week of abundance is not something we acquire. It is something we tune into. I love that quote. And we're digging into abundance for the very last time before we dig in next week to passion. Really excited about that theme for Valentine's Day. So our agenda for today is we're going to do our abundance mind map. If you're brand new to Silk and Saunders, we take the theme and we make a mind map, breaking it into different parts for each of the weeks. We're going to do our Rosebud Thorn, one of the favorite activities here at Silk and Saunders, our weekly setup, and then we will close out. Abundance Mind Map. This month, we're going to explore abundance in various areas of our lives. There are 5 weekends in January, so this is the very last one that we're going to be digging into. We've already looked at opportunities, health, connections, money. So this week, we're digging into time. So thinking about time and how it is that we can feel abundant. It is never a good idea to be like, I'm just so busy, even though we are that mindset, it's not going to be helpful. So let's think about it in a different way as we utilize it. Oops, I went in the wrong direction. So here's my mind map that I've been keeping up with for the last 5 weeks. So for time for me is that maybe I get up 10 minutes earlier in the morning to give myself a little extra time for maybe meditation or maybe a little dance party while I'm brewing some decaf coffee in the morning. Meal prep, for me, it gives me time if I do all the cutting and sauteing and make the rice and all of those things or salad in a jar, less dishes and things like that that have to be dealt with. So meal prep after this is going to be happening, and it will give me a little bit of extra time this week. Getting off social media for this week. I was supposed to test out of my final comprehensive for Pilates this weekend, but my model was unable to do it. So it's next weekend. So I am crunched for time. So social media is going to be a no this week to be able to give myself some time. Looking at things that you can combine for a 2-for-1. For me, I love to walk Snickers. He may make an appearance in a few minutes. He's down here at my side, my little Chihuahua. While I listen to podcasts. So it gives me exercise, sun outdoors, him a walk, and I get to listen to a podcast. So thinking of ways that I'm able to do more than one thing at a one time, maybe while I'm cooking dinner, watching a Pilates video, etc. And then also just making sure I'm taking time for that mindful moment. So I'm going to put the slide back up and I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to play a quick song and let you guys dig in a little bit into how you can feel abundant with your time this week and moving forward. Share as much or as little as you would like in the chat. Okay, that chat is moving fast. Make sure that your chat is set to everyone because some of you are replying and they're not going to be able to see it. And Amanda, we are looking at the relationship between abundance and time. I know I've been time blocking. That's one thing that I've been trying to do based on my study time. You'll see some of the ways I'm structuring my time for sure. Love this. You can't take care of anyone else unless you take care of yourself first. And I saw some people definitely were diving into that of like, I'm doing things that refill my cup. So that's a wonderful thing. The second thing that we're going to dive into is that Rosebud Thorn. The rose is a highlight from your week. So this is just a reflection. A bud is an emerging opportunity and a thorn is a challenge. So for me, a highlight of my week is that I got together with some girlfriends yesterday and went out for a prefix dinner and got a facial. So that's the highlight of my week. My emerging opportunity is that when I am comprehensively certified, it will open up some more doors and maybe more pay, fingers crossed. And a thorn in my side is that I am covering a lot of classes for another instructor and it has limited my time to study. So that's been something that's a challenge for me, hence why time is so important. Okay, I'm going to go off camera and let you guys fill out your Rosebud Thorn. It is in your weekly spread. You can do it in last week's or this week's, depending on how it is, or you can do it in another section of your journal. Okay, we'll be back in a couple. Welcome back. Nothing like getting a text from your stage manager right as the music ends says, I finally figured it out. That was Alejandro from Lady Gaga. Yes, yes, it was. Oh, I love you guys so much. It's so fun to be here with you. All right, we're gonna dig into our main event. I saw some awesome things happening in the chat, but man, is it moving fast. So let's take a deep breath and let's move into our main event. Let's get a little grounding here. Keep on showing up. Keep on seeing the good. Keep on being mindful. Keep on helping. Keep on trying. Keep on hoping. Keep on giving back. Keep paying it forward. Keep on being the light. Keep on shining. Keep on loving. Keep on caring. Keep on smiling. Keep on. And I thought that's a wonderful way to kind of bring us down and think about what is important as we look to set up our week, our weekly planner. We are in the February journal. We are on page 26. Now, if you are a completist, it is possible for you to finish up the last few days in January here and then move into February. There is no right or wrong way to do this. Some people love the fresh start. Some people want to finish the month strong because they've had a really great month. For me, I go back and forth. If I've had a great month, I finish. Otherwise, I move forward. So I told you this one's going to be bare my soul here. This is what my week looks like. Okay. What do I need to be? I know it's a really busy, studying, hard, stressful week. I've never been a good test taker. So how do I want to feel? I want to feel relaxed. My to-dos: study, self-care. I added a third one after I did this for meal prep. Things I want to do: walk, because it's going to give me that sunlight and such to keep my emotions in check. It's going to keep Snickers happy, and I'm going to have a little downtime. Pilates. Now, I'm not going to be doing Pilates for me this week. It's only practicing on the chair and Cadillac and such, but at least I'm going to be moving my body. Today, I lost my phone 3 times and couldn't find my car keys in my purse. So I also had laundry stacked up from last weekend. I finally got it put away. So I need to clear clutter for 5 minutes, because if things are absolutely, stressful, it's going to become more stressful if I can't find my keys or my phone or, my underwear, all of those kinds of things. So 5 minutes, set my timer on my phone, 5-minute clutter clearing. Meditate. I'm going to need this more than ever, even if it's just that 1 minute on my Apple Watch of deep breaths. Amber, yes, I'm finishing up that apparatus I've been working on for a year. I will be comprehensively certified then, and then the only certification left will be nationals. I'll be nationally certified if I can get that done. Now, I did add one other thing that I added after, and I am notorious for this, is that I don't know if you guys follow the Fitness Marshall. He has YouTube videos and he has really fun dance moves, and I'm going to need to lift my spirit. So I am going to dance to one of his songs and learn one of his routines, even if it's really badly and not to completion, every single day, so I can find it. It's going to be so much fun. If you've not checked out the Fitness Marshall, he is so fun. He's like my spirit animal. So that's what my week looks like. Now, I'm going to break this down into, that's why I'm going to do it exactly, Nathina, is that I want to be able to boost my mood. I want to be focused and grounded in my self-care too. Now, we're going to break this into smaller parts so you have time to work. So these are ways that you can repurpose. If you are brand new, I encourage you to take a screenshot or a photo with your phone. And if one of these areas doesn't work for you, that's in the journal, you can repurpose it from one of these. Some people use their meal planner, food tracker in different areas, daily affirmations from the app, or scriptures. Sometimes people will use it for a work or study tracker, exercise tracker, cleaning plan, mindfulness activity planner, end of day reflections, appointments, garden trackers. Maybe you're planning your spring garden. Symptom trackers. This one is definitely very popular with myself because I have chronic pain, as well as some of you guys. Dream trackers, that one didn't work for me. I don't remember my dreams very well, but I gave it a shot. Maybe you're listing 3 or 4 positives out of the day. Outfit tracker, I do this when I travel. I know Katie does that too when she's traveling for work. I have a feeling since she's going out of the country, that may be how she's using one of her areas this week. It could also be, if you love those little celebrations, a National Day of list, It can also be like your podcast, TV, or movie watching plan, or you can always use it as a gratitude log. I told you this week I want to feel relaxed. So I want to know how it is that you want to feel. Jenny, we are on page 26. Yes, ma'am. So here are some examples of how people have done it. It could be a phrase, it could be a song lyric, it could be a scripture, it could be an affirmation, it could be a beautiful sticker, it could be in control with listing different things, it could be one of those awesome poems. There's no right or wrong way to be able to do this. Here is a feelings wheel to kind of help you if you are stuck and not sure exactly how it is that you want to do it. So in the chat, I'm going to play a very quick 1 minute, 59 second song, and I'm going to let you tell us how you want to feel, not fear. Feel. All right, everybody. I'm getting like chills reading what it is that you guys are saying. This is the most amazing group of people to be here, and I always look forward to my time with you guys. And speaking of which, if you were joining us we actually are going to do weekly setups on Saturday, and I think I'm stage managing that one, but it'll be literally right after my test. So I can let you know how it goes then. So we're digging into our to-dos. I am a productive user. I don't use my journal for creativity. I use it to try to keep myself on track as a mental health tool. So this is one that definitely resonates with me. It's the Eisenhower matrix, which is the do, decide, delegate, and delete. If you're feeling overwhelmed, this is a really good tool to be able to dig into. Now, if there's another one that you can still use with is instead of decide, I like delight, is that I'm going to choose to do it. I'm going to choose to do it and delight in it. There's some things that we just have to do, like getting your oil changed. And so I can either decide to do it or I can delight in it. So this is one way you can utilize your to-do list. Here's some other ways that you're able to do it. I like the need, hope, want. The bingo board is really, really popular. I use mine as a running list, so that doesn't work for me because I end up with like little tiny squares all over the place. Some people reutilize it for their appointments, must, need, want, or I love work, play, clean, let go. So all of these are fabulous ways for you to be able to repurpose. Or that slide I showed a few minutes ago, maybe this is where you do your packing list or your meal planning of the ingredients that you have meals for the week. There's no right or wrong way to do this, just what's going to work for you. So I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to let you guys work Let us know if you're repurposing and how it is that you're doing it. All right. 2 boxes down. We got 2 more left on this page. Before we dig into it, I love, love, love these. And if you're someone who loves quotes, once again, I encourage you to take a little screenshot or a picture with your photo. One day she realized that she couldn't solve all the problems. She could just do her best. She wasn't perfect. She sure did try. She kept showing up. She kept balancing. She loved. She learned to live with grace, grace for others, grace for her own journey. That line's for you, Steph. And she became proud of her imperfectly beautiful story. Love this one too. I spent an insane amount of time wondering if I'm doing it right. At some point, I just reminded myself that I'm doing my best and that is enough. That, don't you? Like, gives me shivers. Love those. And so we're going to dig into our weekly goals, but I want to give you one more grounding before we do. Stop waiting for Friday, for summer, for someone to fall in love with you, for life. Happiness is achieved when you stop waiting for it and you make the most of the moment you are in now, right? That's why I'm putting that Fitness Marshall dance party on my Have an activity list this week. Not wait until after this test is over to enjoy my life. Yeah. So, bingo board for goals, super popular. I love this work, body, mind. I also love using a theme. I was an elementary school teacher, love a good theme. So I'm going to give you some time to set some goals. Okay, welcome back. I think of goals as like what your end is want to be. And I think it was Tara who said that it's the to-dos or how it is that you get there. But sometimes my to-dos are more like errands and things I just need to get done. Where my goal is to become a comprehensively certified Pilates teacher. but I still need to meal prep. So if I was going to put on my to-dos, that study is going to support that goal of becoming a comprehensively certified Pilates teacher. But sometimes those to-dos are just the reminders of the little things that I need to do, like return that shirt to such and such, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so now we're going to dig into the habit and the thing. Yeah, I think going back to your intentions is always a smart thing to do. I usually, and I'm being really honest, I usually will show on mine what my intentions for the month is, and then how that relates to my weekly setup. I haven't done my weekly intentions yet. I don't have time until later this week. So I haven't done that as of yet. But yes, always go back to those intentions. And if you created your word of the year with me or Maya, use that word to help ground you as you be able to make those habits to support your word of the year or your intentions. So we're digging into those habits and activities. And like you can see on bright red, sorry, I had an asthma attack while this boy's mind was playing. I don't know. I think the wind is picking up because rain's coming in, and I'm like, oh. Anyways, so habits. A lot of you are going to be like, what's the difference between the habits in the weekly versus the monthly? The weekly ones are things that you're going to do not every day, but maybe 3 days a week or 5 days a week. The ones in your monthly setup are things that you're going to do every single day. So that's kind of the difference between it. Love this. Keep in mind with your habits, like, right? Some days you feel like a superhero, and sometimes that cape you want to climb under it like a blanket. And that remember that doing your best looks different every single day. So some days your best is going to be different than other days. And we need to make sure that we are intentional with that. And when you know you're going to have a really hard week, that you are not setting yourself up for failure with your habits for that week. If you're super busy, maybe you only fill out 1 or 2 habits. And maybe one of those is something you're already doing that makes you come back to the journal to remember the habit that you're trying to establish. Here's some examples here of someone who's using it as a workout tracker. Do you see how they're circling the days of the week they plan to do that? That might stress you out. That's kind of me. I've tried it. Didn't work for me. But, do what works for you. Here's some examples of other things that people did. I love, it can be something that you want to not do, like no DoorDash, and include something fun in it, like practice my calligraphy, or maybe something like you want to post on Sonder Club, so post to the social. There's no right or wrong way to be able to do this. And if those numbers freak you out, put something over them. Some people like to do 5 things, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's not the way it works for me, but if that works for you, awesome, great. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys some time to write about your habit and activities, and we'll be back in a couple. All right, we're digging into that next section. So this is what mine looks like for this week. I have the times I'm going to practice for my test. I got my test and teach. So that was my study plan. I repurposed it this time. For my self-care, meditation and walk, I'm not putting anything down on Saturday. I'm not holding myself accountable for that. And I'm going to celebrate on Sunday. So I don't know what that's going to look like yet, but I can change it. My shopping list is completely and totally empty right now. As I plan and meal prep and such, I'll know things that I need and I'll jot those down. I don't take my journal with me to the grocery store, but I do take a photo of it. And that's what I look at when I'm at the grocery store. And then yesterday, I'm loving facials. I had a facial done yesterday, my first time having an oxygen facial done. Very, very luxe. So, meal plan. This is probably one of the biggest areas for people to repurpose because it is the biggest section. Here's some different things. People write their awesome affirmations. They might track how many fruits and veggies they're eating. Maybe they use it for appointments. I love the one on the right. I never delete this one because it looks so good. They really use it just as a meal planner. Today I pushed myself to, or everybody likes the types of rest. So they wrote how they're going to try to explore each one of those. To me, I don't love that because there's certain types of rest I need more than others. So I would rather see that I need to have creative rest 3 times and maybe spiritual twice instead of trying to hit every single one, because that may not fill my need for rest. Once again, someone use it as a step tracker, and their little water droplets are over there too. So there's no right or wrong way to be able to do this. So just have fun. We'll be back in a few. Okay, a lot of talk about meal delivery kits. I'm a big proponent of those myself. I use Purple Carrot, which is a vegan version. So good not to have to plan and go shop. It is a way to be able to save time. Maybe I should have put that in my ways to find abundance with time. We're digging into that next section, which is the mind body section. Once again, here is an example of those 7 types of rest. It seems to be very popular. We even have a quiz on the 7 types of rest. But there is all kinds of ways that you can do this. Sometimes I do a beauty plan, like the day I'm going to deep condition, or if I'm going to put on lashes or self tanner. Sometimes it follows what my physical workouts are going to be for that week. It ebbs and flows. Sometimes it might be a little reflection on how my meditation went on the Calm app. So there's really no right or wrong way to be able to use this. So I'm going to give you some time to figure out what it is that you want to do in your mind body health plan, and go ahead and throw some ideas into the chat for those who are new. I was bopping along in my seat to that song. Love it. Okay, so we got 2 sections left. So we're going to put the 2 together. So one is the shopping list. Here is some people are listing out things they want to remember. Like if you were loving some of the ideas that were in the chat, like Monday, move more than last week, etc. You could use this as like an area to remind yourself what it is that you want to do. Some people just doodle. Some people use this as their clutter clearing ideas of things that they can have for dinner because they don't know what they're going to feel like, but now they know that, oh, I can do chicken and dumplings that night. Maybe this is where you put the things you want to listen to or watch, or maybe it's little tiny journal prompts. And then finally is something that you are loving. So I'm going to put on one last song for us. I'm going to let you guys work. And remember, for me, mine's empty right now, but I know I'm going to fill it up as I start planning my meal plan for next week because I'm not doing food delivery. I'm trying a different service. So we'll see how that goes. I'll update you if it works well. Oh my gosh, there's such gold in the chat. You guys are so creative, and I love how you're throwing these ideas for our newbies out there to see how it is that you're utilizing it. Because I don't want to put so much on the slides that becomes overwhelming to you. Our time is coming to a close, and I'm sad about it because I want to hang out with you guys all night. But remember, we love to see your weekly planner. Share it in Sonder Club. That's where we get our examples from. You never know when yours might be in the next slide. And then, as you know, that survey is coming out. Go ahead. You can use the QR code. Just open up your camera. It will send a link. Katie's throwing a real link in there. In addition to that, they're going to send an email with it. If you're doing refer a friends, it's $10 for them, $10 for you. You can use it for the annual supplement, which is renamed 3 times, which I can't remember at the moment exactly what it's called. Maybe Katie remembers and can throw it in the chat, or candles or bath bombs. Please share in Sonder Club. Love to see what it is. And then YouTube links. These are the ones that have been happening for the last little bit. Someone said they were struggling with rituals. I love July's annual supplement. I did one talking about ritual biz, which was super helpful for me to set up. It doesn't have the chat. It doesn't always have the music if it's copyrighted, but fingers crossed it does. But you cannot search for it. You have to have that link. So I'm going to leave you guys with a believe from Cher. Little quick tip. This is the first time auto-tunes was used for that voice distortion. It wasn't T-Pain who used it the first time. I will see you guys next week.
Talking to you.